it's just really good, you all beautiful humans, to remember to take some time to do some little pieces, parts of our own self-care. Because it's so easy to know that it's an intelligent thing to do, right? This isn't, rocket science. When I take care of me, I'm way more available to other humans. When I take care of me, I'm way better in terms of all the work things that I need to do. I'm way better with in my health. Oh my goodness, there's so much research about that. But do you notice how it's easier to know it's a good idea to do self-care than it is to freaking do self-care? Because we're all super busy doing our little hamster wheel, rat wheel, we're going and going. And so this little half hour on Tuesday evenings, if you're watching right now, that's when you're watching it, is it's a practice. So we take little bits of things that are helpful. We do it in the moment. And then what I really am wanting you to do is take some bit of what I give you, of what we play in tonight, and I want you to take it with you, and I want you to intentionally practice it, some piece of it. So tonight, my topic is opening the heart, whatever all that might mean. And my funny little metaphor, I'm a somatic person. I'm sort of this, I'm really in my body, mind, body, emotion, spirit. We all are that. But I have played in noticing my body enough that I have funny little metaphors that come to me. And when I think of the opposite of an open heart, I think of like, do you ever have it when you're just overdone, too stressed, emotionally exhausted, is way maybe too much given out and not enough like chilling sort of time or self-care time? And I think about a raisin. I like raisins, but think about raisins that have been in your cupboard too long and they're dry. They're not plump and yummy. They're like dry and squeezed up. So that's why I wanted to play in this kind of opening of the heart, because I wanted you to think of, when you take a hose and you crank it all up, things are dry, things are just coiled and kind of funky. And so when you think about opening the heart, I want you to think about, you got this hose and the water flows. And the good thing is, and I truly, truly believe this, we cannot be broken. Each of us have infinite amount of love and goodness and energy and possibility and kindness and compassion for us and for all of those we care about, and literally even out really big onto the planet. I really know that. So if you're ever feeling overdone or just like too much or tired or frustrated or sad, or you're having, fatigue of any sorts or any of that, nothing's broken, nor is the river, flow, stream of light and love and good, which is that which you are. It's still always there. It's just sometimes it's cranked up a little bit. So tonight, what I wanted to try to do is do 5 small self-care pieces that open the heart. And I need your participation with me. So the first one is easy peasy. It's a visual. A lot of times when people think of heart or the energy of the heart, we think of, like a light red or pink. And if you play around ever in metaphysical stuff or spirituality or auras or, your chakras, then the area of the heart, the energy of the heart is green. I love you and I care not which, color sort of calls to you. But let's everybody take in a nice long inhale. And just exhale all the way out and feel the deliciousness of that. Nice big long inhale. And exhale all the way out and begin to just kind of feel the deliciousness of softness beginning. And now I want you to take your hand, if it feels comfortable, and I want you to put it on your heart. And I want you to put it there with enough pressure that it feels like the intention, which is, oh, I'm just kind of giving myself a metaphorical hug. I am here in this moment with me. And when you really just become aware of the area of the heart, keep your hand up or take it down, whichever feels just right to you in this moment. And then what I want you to do is I want you to imagine the area of the heart as a color. Again, two of the most common for the energy of the heart chakra, the heart energy, the intelligence of the heart. Perhaps it's pink, perhaps it's green. Sometimes it can be a mixture of both, or you pick a color. And just imagine a sphere of energy that is love itself. What would that feel like? What would that look like? How can you think about that or visualize it? There's no right or wrong way. And I want you to just imagine noticing that sphere beginning to just open intentionally, opening the energy of the heart, which is just going to allow that hose of all good things, love and light and connection and compassion, and just opens it. And take note that when we bring the awareness to the area of the heart, there can be little micro openings in tight muscles. And by the way, there's lots of cool research on the intelligence of the heart and the heart-brain connection and the heart-body connection. So if you feel things opening, it's more than just your imagination, or it can be. Nice long inhale. And on the exhale, just take the sphere of color from that heart and make it so big that now it basks across the entire space of your body, all your cells. And just with a gentle invitation to open your heart's energy, just to the point that's safe and easy and natural and normal, whatever that might mean. Maybe it's just the wonderful intelligence of the heart, and we'll go there with it. Nice long inhale. And exhale all the way out and let the eyes float open. So the first of your little provocations for this week, if you so choose, you can do it with your eyes wide open. We did it last week as well. It's going to be a theme when you just take a couple of nice deep breaths and you're going to feel yourself sort of sink out on the exhale. And this week when you do it, just imagine energy of your heart just kind of opening, softening and opening in a way that is just right for you, safe and strong and easy. And you can imagine whatever color comes to you as a nice heart's opening. So easy peasy on that one. The second thing, thank you, Miss Sunny. The second thing I wanted us to play in is the energy of gratitude. And I love this stuff because it's pragmatically effective. It feels good. But there are some of these things that have some really super cool research behind them. Gratitude happens to be one of them. We're not going to play on the research much tonight. But what I will tell you is when you do some written thanks, sentences of thanks, it actually shifts our body's chemistry for up to and a bit more than 30 days, which is just crazy. So here's what I want you to do right now. All of you are on a computer or you're on a phone, or maybe you have stuff with you. Your next provocation is to write a 1 or 2 sentence email, text, Post-it, funny little piece of paper, chat thread, A 1 to 2 sentence email thanking somebody for something. It can be super mundane and ridiculously not seeming important. Like, hey, Nick, thanks for remembering to clean off the counter and turn on the dishwasher without me asking you last night. Or it could be something that feels pretty important and wonderful. Hey, Chris, thank you for always taking such good care of Nicholas and I and caring about our happiness. It really means a lot. Anywhere from silly and little and really mundane, all the way up to super heartfelt, but I only want a 1 or 2 sentence thanking somebody for something. Go. You're like, did you really need to have me do it? Yes. Just do 1. You can use names or not names. You can put them in the chat or anywhere you want. Did you write one? 1 to 2 sentence, thanking somebody for something. It could be somebody that you absolutely adore. I can't figure out how to put that puppy in there. There you go. It can be somebody that you saw at the store. Hey, thanks for holding the door open for me. Seeing if anybody else put anything in there. All right. So here's the cool thing about writing a 1 to 2 sentence email, note, post-it, text. And on this particular thing, I want you to actually not just think about it in your head. I want you to get it down on something. Here's the cool thing about when we're grateful. My blurb last week was about the importance of receiving. And I think a lot of us are super used to like giving all the time. We're doing this and we're doing this and we're doing this. What's cool about when we get ready to say a gratitude, a 1 to 2 sentence, 1 to 2 sentences of thanks, just thanking somebody for something, period. Even though it's us giving the thank you, here's what's cool. I have to really feel and let in what it was that that person did. I have to receive that first before I can even be aware that there's something to be thankful for. So one of the hugely heart-opening things of practicing gratitude is that it opens my heart to receive, and then it opens my heart to give again. And there's a thing, by the way, that when I'm filled up, it feels really delicious to give out. Some people put stuff in there. Thanks, Mom, for making yourself a priority and joining this self-care workshop. I love you like crazy. Dr. Lord, thank you for having these sessions and letting us know. We'll continue in April. You're welcome. Heather, thank you for joining the self-care workshop. I appreciate you dedicating time to you and your well-being. Love you. Okay, I want you to feel that. I only read a few of them, but take note of what happens to you when you think up specifically 1 to 2 sentences. This isn't like go meditate for an hour. 1 to 2 sentences of thanks. My big provocation, along with just taking some breaths, through the week, just notice and just imagine the heart opening. Every day-ish, I want you to write one of these 1 to 2 sentences of thanks to somebody somewhere. It could be the same person all week long. It could be a totally random different person, however you like to do it. All right, I'm seeing if there's any more in there. So that's your second provocation. All right. The third provocation. This only takes a moment, but it's delicious. You got to do it with me. I need all of us to think up a most delicious time when either if you were a mom or a dad, if you ever remember holding your little baby, or if you weren't a mom or a dad, if you've ever held a baby See if you can get to that smell. I know there's like spit up and poo and pee, but I'm not talking about that. You know, that baby smell. It's like friends of mine somewhere have 8-month-old, her daughter has 8-month-old twins, and she showed me pictures today. And it's that same like, oh, even the pictures. So they can be your own babies, or they can be somebody else's babies, and or puppies. Do you remember did you ever get to touch or smell again or play with? I know this is so weird, but don't be telling me I'm the only one. Have you ever had puppy feet? Totally, we do it with baby hands and feet too, but kind of chew on them. The smell of puppies, the joy of puppies. I want you to really try to think. Oh, baby magic. Thank you, Monica and Dan, for your friendship and wisdom and welcoming me into the board. Baby magic, puppy magic. If anybody is a cat person, I have always been dog person, and now I am a cat person. Kittens are the most ridiculously, awesomely playful, happy, crazy. They're crazy in the most delicious way. Oh, and again, they smell so good. Even cat fur, kitten fur, cat fur. I want you to remember, truly, could be animal videos, could be baby videos, could be pictures, could be actual experiences. When I was young and we lived in this apartment complex, there were some people who had Lhasa Apsos, and they brought them out in a baskets like laundry baskets. And I think there was some ridiculous amount, like 9 or 10, and they would come out every day and they would dump them gently on the lawn. And our apartment was just real close to them. And so we'd see them and I'd go run down, and I remember puppy craziness and kisses and smells. All right, your third provocation, along with a couple times through the week, taking a deep breath and imagine your heart, or the color of the heart, opening. And or about once a day, write a 1 to 2 sentence thank you to somebody somewhere. You could write it on a little notepad, just stick it for people too, or on a text, or on the chat thread, or on an email. Third one is just this. Everybody close your eyes for a second. And there could be lots of memories you could land upon. Oh my God, my crazy 16-year-old son now. Remember when he was little, teeny, never teeny. Oh God. But the inherent possibility that we feel in babies and puppies and kittens, young things, feel the heart open just from that, and the possibility and the wanting we have of their good. Do you feel that? Taking a nice deep inhale. All right, yes, I clearly get there. How am I doing on time? All right, the fourth thing I wanted to do, more beautiful things. Thank you, Monica, for teaching me to find new and helpful ways to get through life. Bless you, beautiful people, for thank you for sharing stuff. I want to read this thing. A good friend of mine, who has been a friend of mine for a long time, because he used to be Mary's and my high school counselor. And he was one of those rare gems that loved everybody in such a big way that, you know, helped us sort of love us even more. And he, since COVID started, he started actually writing some handwritten letters, and found some of us all spread across the freaking nation and world, and is writing some letters. In his February little newsletter, this poem was in there, and I want to read it to you because for me it was hugely heart-opening. I want you to take special attention to the name of the young man in the first paragraph. Here we go. It's called The Chain of Love. He was driving home one evening in his beat-up Pontiac when an old lady flagged him down. Her Mercedes had a flat. He could see she was frightened, standing out there in the snow. Tilly said, "I'm here to help you, ma'am. By the way, my name is Joe." She said, "I'm from St. Louis and I'm only passing through. I must have seen 100 cars go by. This is awful nice of you." When he changed the tire and closed her trunk and was about to drive away, she said, "How much do I owe you?" Here's what he had to say. "You don't owe me a thing. I've been there too. Someone once helped me out, just the way I'm helping you. If you really want to pay me back, here's what you do. Don't let the chain of love end with you." Well, a few miles down the road, the lady saw a small cafe. She went in to grab a bite to eat and then be on her way. But she couldn't help but notice how the waitress smiled so sweet, and how she must have been about 8 months along and dead on her feet. And though she didn't know her story, and probably never will, when the waitress went to get her change from a $100 bill, the lady slipped right out the door and on a napkin left a note. There were tears in the waitress's eyes when she read what she wrote. "You don't owe me a thing. I've been there too. Someone once helped me out, just the way I'm helping you. If you really want to pay me back, here's what you do. Don't let the chain of love end with you." That night when she got home from work, the waitress climbed into bed. She was thinking about that money and what the lady's note had said. As her husband lay there sleeping, she whispered, soft and low, "Everything's going to be all right. I love you, Joe." So, on that little note of how good things can come in, and then we send good things out. And when we send good things out from a place where our heart is feeling full, then it doesn't feel like overcare that's depleting. Opening up that hose first makes it way easier and better and more fun and more effective and more loving and more kind when then we are kind of the givers from the whole heart. So in hopes that tonight, I'm going to be a little bit late. Go if you need to go, but don't if you don't. I'm going to be a couple minutes late for all of us. In hopes that what we're going to do next is kind of help fill you up. We're going to do a little bit of a loving circle or a loving kindness meditation. Taking a nice deep inhale and exhale all the way out. And I want you to imagine somebody sitting in front of you, someone living or past, who is so, so special to your heart. Four-leggers count also. And I want you to feel your natural inclination that something beautiful happens for them. And I want you to imagine saying this to them and or sending this energy to them. May you know peace. May you know kindness moving in toward you and out from you. May you be free from pain and suffering. And may you be ever loved and loving. And now I want you to imagine somebody living or past, human or spiritual, who just always loved you. They got you, they get you. They are a great support for you. Forever they would have your back. And in with all the weirdnesses and warts that is part of the you that is you, they actually love those parts as much or more as they love what you consider your strengths. Living, past, spiritual, human. And I want you to imagine them standing behind you right now. And imagine them putting their hands on your shoulders, if that feels safe and fine. And imagine them basking these energies, these intentions to you. They say your name quietly, gently one time, and then they say, may you know peace. May you know kindness moving in toward you and out from you. May you be free from pain and suffering. And may you be ever loved and loving. And then imagine all of the people who are right with us tonight. And as I say the words, I'm going to ask all of you to repeat them quietly to yourself as we send them out to everyone who is with us tonight. May you know peace. May you know kindness moving in toward you and out from you. May you be free from pain and suffering. And may you be ever loved and loving. And with your heart wonderfully open, I'm going to ask you to help me surround the entire planet and all sentient beings. May you know peace. Actually, let's say, may we know peace. May we know kindness moving in toward us and out from us. May we be free from pain and suffering. And may we be ever loved and loving. We're just taking a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, imagine again the energy of the heart just opening, but to the place that's perfect and safe and strong just for you right now.